Hello friends, this is Visitor Management System tutorial series. And in this part, we will learn how to load users table data under Laravel Yajra DataTables package on the web page. So admin can view list of sub-user data in the tabular format on the web page. So in this part, we have start creating user management module. And in this part, we will load users table data in the data tables. In this part, we will first add sub-user link in the dashboard page. After this, we will create sub-user controller class. And after this, we will install Yajra DataTables package under our Laravel Framework. Next, we will create index method for load sub-user page in the browser. After this, we will go to sub-user blade file and create HTML table for display user data. Next, we will write jQuery code for Initialize jQuery DataTables Plugin. After this, we will go to controller class for load user data in jQuery DataTable. After this, we will set root for the controller method. And lastly, we will check output in the browser. First, we want to add sub-user link in the dashboard.blade.php file. So here we have to open dashboard.blade.php file, and here we have to write @if directive, and under condition, we have to write auth class with user method with type variable is equal to admin. Suppose this condition true, then it will execute if block of code. And under this, we have to create list tag with class is equal to nav item. And between this, we have to write anchor tag with class is equal to nav link. After this, we have to write href attribute is equal to /subuser. And in anchor text, we have to write subuser, so it will create link for go to subuser page. After this, we want to create subuser controller for handle HTTP required. For this, we have go to command prompt, and here, we have to run this command will create sub-user controller file. After this, we want to download and install Yajra DataTables package. So for this, here we have to run following command. This command will download and install Yajra DataTables in the Laravel package vendor directory. After completing download, now we have go to our Laravel working directory. And here we have to open the sub-user controller.php file. And under this file, first we want to include user model class. So here, we have to write use statement with app folder name /models/user. So by writing this code, we can use user model class under this controller class for database operation. After this, we want to include Yajra DataTables class under this class. So for this, here we have to write use statement with data tables. Next, we have to write use statement with hash class. And by using this statement, it will convert simple password to hash formatted password. After this, we want to include Laravel authentication class. So for this, here we have to write use statement with illuminate /support /facades/auth. So after writing this code, it will use Laravel authentication class. Next, under this class, we want to prevent to access this page from guest user. So for this, here we have to write public function construct magic function. So this function will be called when object of this class has been created. And under this function, we have to write $this with middleware method. And under this, we have to write auth. So after writing this code, now when guest user has been directly accessed this controller method, then guest user will be redirect to login page, so without login into system, guest users cannot access this controller class. Next, after this, under this class, we have to create an index method, so here we have to write function index method. So this is the root method of this class. Now under this method, we want to load the subuser.blade.php file. So here, we have to write return statement with view method. And under this, we have to write subuser, so it will load subuser.blade.php file in the browser. Now we have go to views folder, and here we have to open subuser.blade.php file. Under this file, first we have to write @extends directive. So here subuser page is a child page, and by using this @extends directive, it will inherit layout of master page, so here we have to write master page name dashboard. And in child page, we want to create subuser page, so here we have to write @section directive, and under this, we can define a section of content, which can be end by this @end directive. Now between this, we have to paste this HTML code. This will create blank layout for create subuser page. Under this file, we have create one HTML table, with it is equal to user table. Under this table, we have create 5 table column like name, email, created at, updated at, an action table column. Now we have moved to write jQuery code, so here we have write table variable is equal to $with table id user table. After this, we have to write DataTable method. So this method will initialize jQuery DataTable plugin on this table. Under this method, first we have write processing option set to true. So it will enable the display of a processing indicator when the table is being processed. Below this we have write server side option which have been set to true. So it will enable server side processing of data. In third option, we have write Ajax, and in this option, we have to write echo blade statement, and after this, we have to write root method, and under this method, we have to write subuser.fetchAll, so it will create link for send fetch data request. Below this, we have write columns option, which has been used to define table column details. Under this array, we have write data option set to name, and name set to name. Same way for define email table column, here we have add new node. With data option set to email, and name option set to email. Next for define created at table column data, so here we have to add new node. With data option set to created at and name set to created at. After this, for define updated at table column data, so here we have to add new node. With data option set to updated at and name set to updated at. Next for define action table column details under data tables. So here we have add new node, and under this we have write data option set to action, name option set to action. For stop this table column sorting, here we have set orderable option set to false. Now we have moved to write PHP code, so we have go to subuser controller class. And here, we have to create fetchAll method with $request variable as argument. Under this method, we have to write if statement. And under condition we have write request variable with Ajax method. This condition will be true if this method has received Ajax request. Under this if block of code, we have to write $data variable is equal to user class with var method with 3 argument. In first argument, we have to write type column name. In second argument, we have to write equal to sign, and in third argument, we have to write user. So this condition will make query like select star from user table, where type is equal to user, and after here we have to write get method. So it will fetch data from user table, and store in $data variable, in an array format. Now we have write return statement with DataTables class. With of method, and under this, we have to write $data variable. After this, we want to add data table row index column. So here we have to write add index column method. After this, we have write add column method with 2 argument. In first argument, we have write action table column name. And in second argument, we have to write callback function with $row as argument. Under this function, we want to define edit and delete button. So here we have to write return statement with anchor tag. With href attribute is equal to /subuser/edit $row variable with id variable. After this, we have to write class is equal to button and button primary class. And in anchor text, we have to write edit, so it will make edit button. Same way to make delete button, here we have to write button tag with type is equal to button. Class is equal to button danger and delete class. After this, we have to write data id attribute id equal to $row variable with id table column. And between button text, we have to write delete, so it will make delete button. For new column, now we want to define column which should not be escaped. So for this, here we have to write raw columns method. And under this we have to write table column name action. Lastly, we have write make method with true argument, it will return unsaved model instance. So here our code is ready for load user table data in Yajra DataTable. Now we want to set root for this sub-user controller class method. So here in web.php file, first we want to include sub-user controller class. So here we have to write use statement with app folder name / http folder name / controllers folder name / sub-user controller class name. Now we want to set root for index method. So here we have to write root class with get method with two argument. In first argument, we have to write sub-user, and in second argument, we have to write sub-user controller class and index method name. After this, we have to write name method, and under this, we have to write sub-user, so this code will set root for index method. After this, we want to set root for fetch all method, so here we have to write root class with get method with two argument. In first argument, we have to write sub-user/fetch all, and in second argument, we have to write sub-user controller class and fetch all method name. After this, we have to write name method, and under this, we have to write sub-user.fetch all, so it will set root for fetch all method. So here our code is ready. Now we have check output in browser. So we want to start Laravel server first, so we have go to command prompt and run this command. This command will start Laravel server and provide us base URL of Laravel application, so we have copy this URL. And here in browser, we have hit this base URL, so here in the browser, we can see login page on the web page. Now we have enter login details. And after this, we have click on login button, and here admin has been redirect to dashboard page. Here at the right side, we can see dashboard, sub-user, profile and logout link. Now we have click on sub-user link, so after click on sub-user link, here sub-user page has been loaded in browser, and here we can see that sub-user data has been loaded in Yajra DataTable, but here no user data available in user table. We have insert only admin master user data in the user table, so it has not display any data in Yajra DataTable. So here admin or master user can view all sub-user data under this data table in tabular format. And master user can search filter user table data, and this data table will automatically make pagination link. So in this part, we have start making user management module. And in this part, we have learned how to load user table data in Laravel Yajra DataTable package under Visitor Management System. In next part, we will learn how to create new sub-user under this Laravel Visitor Management System.